In the previous session, we have discussed about the dispersion mechanism and ultimately the attenuation and dispersion. Both are the main characteristics of an optical fiber. So we were discussing about the dispersion. We have seen how the dispersion occurs and we have even seen the comparison. Let me just show you that slide because it's a very long back we have taken the last class. So let me just recall. We have compared three different optical fibers: multimode step index, graded index, and single mode. We have compared them depending upon their the bandwidth length product. We can observe that the single mode step index fiber is more it is less prone to dispersion compared to the remaining two. Even if you see the values of bandwidth length product for these three different optical fibers, single mode optical fiber, the value is too much, in the sense the information carrying capability is too much in case of single mode optical fiber. Remember, when we talk about different modes, we have already discussed what are modes. Modes are nothing but the field distributions when they travel when a wave travels inside an optical fiber. So these field distributions, we call them modes: lower modes, higher or higher modes. Okay. So these orders, if you observe, lower order modes, they carry more power, more energy is concentrated at lower modes compared to the higher modes. As an जैसे जैसे वेव प्रोपोगेट होगा हायर मोड्स में, एनर्जी इट विल टेंड टू डिक्रीज. We have even discussed about the classification intermodal and intramodal. We have even started the intramodal dispersion. In that we have discussed the material dispersion. So in the previous class, till we have completed this intermodal dispersion, till this we have completed. In order to derive the expression for pulse broadening, kitna amount of pulse broadening, or the amount of pulse broadening, how much amount that has happened in material dispersion, we have followed three steps here. We first calculated what is a group delay. Then we went for group delay variation, that is, you need to make the differentiation. Then the third step is, whatever answer you get in the second step, multiply that with the spectral width. So what do you mean by spectral width? The range, maximum to minimum जो वो wavelength या frequency propagate करेगा in a light, that the overall we call it spectral width. So we have even seen these three steps also. I have written here what is the spectral width. So if an optical source, it emits different light rays which will be having different wavelengths. Okay, different spectral components will be there. So this range of wavelengths that the optical source emits, we call it a spectral width of that optical source. So we have discussed till this much. We have seen that dmat, that is dispersion, amount of dispersion or the pulse broadening in a material. Okay, material dispersion. This is given by lambda by c, d by d lambda square of n. N is the refractive index. So we have discussed about this in your textbooks. Most of the time, this dmat, it is represented as capital M. Okay. So continuing further, we have to still discuss about the waveguide dispersion. That is the classification we have seen. Intramodal में दो categories हैं. One is material dispersion, the other one is waveguide dispersion. Still we have to complete that, and we have to go for intramodal dispersion. Within two different modes, जो dispersion होगा, even that we have to discuss. So there is a problem based on the material dispersion here. Just to have a look at this problem. A glass fiber, it exhibits a material dispersion. It is given by this. So material dispersion ka equation दिया गया है. It is and the value is also given 0.025. Determine the material dispersion parameters. So that sigma mat that you need to calculate at a wavelength of, that is lambda is 0.85 micrometer. Estimate the RMS pulse broadening per kilometer for a good LED source. So जो भी ये problem हम कर रहे हैं, this is with respect to considering optical source as LED. Basically, we can use either LED or laser. This problem belongs to LED. Why I'm stressing on this is, we will come across one more problem further where we will be using laser. So we can have a comparative study. क्या value आएगा दोनों में. and the given one more parameter is spectral width is given to you, that is 20 nanometer. Now given lambda is given to you and this value is given to you, see 0.025. Now I have to find the material dispersion parameter. So Dmat I will calculate. What is Dmat or M? Lambda by C, d by d lambda square of N1. Or you can see here, can I arrange this equation in this form? You have lambda by C, you don't have C term here, but you have lambda square, right? So what I will do, I will multiply and divide by lambda. So I can simply rearrange. If I multiply and divide by lambda, what I will get? Lambda square by C lambda. C lambda outside rakhe, lambda square I can take inside, and this value resembles to the given parameter, right? I have rearranged the equation for M in such a way that it resembles to the given form. So this I can put it as 0.025. So substitute it as 1 by, you can see after rearrangement what I got, 1 by C lambda into this. So 1 by C is the velocity of light, lambda is given 0.85 micrometer and the value 0.025. You calculate this, you will get some value here. Okay, I have written here, you can see 98.03, but you may get a little confusion here. Whatever answer you get, you have to represent that in terms of picosecond per nanometer per kilometer. Means pico term numerator में आना चाहिए, denominator में आपको nano term आना चाहिए and kilometer. Okay, so for this what I will do, I think after calculating all this you will get around 98.03 into 10 raised to minus 6. Itna aega. Okay, now the further rearrangement is getting in the standard unit form. So what I will do, I will multiply and divide by 10 raised to minus 6, क्योंकि मुझे माइक्रो टर्म इसको ना पी को कन्वर्ट करना है न्यूमरेटर. So 6 plus 6 will be 12. So minus 12 I want. That's why I'm multiplying it by 10 raised to minus 6, divide by 10 raised to minus 6. And I want one more nano term also in the denominator. So denominator में मुझे nano term चाहिए 10 raised to minus 9, 10 raised to minus 9, multiply and divide. Then I want in the denominator kilo term. So 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 3. After all the rearrangements, what I will do, just a second. Fine. So I will club these two. I'll get 98.03 pico. Then this is per nanometer. This is per kilometer. Okay. Remaining all terms, you can see 10 raised to minus 6 and these will get cancelled. Okay. So it is 98.03 picosecond per nanometer per kilometer. So वो जो भी answer आएगा आपको, you have to put it in this form. Next is RMS value of the pulse broadening, that is sigma mat. That is given by, I think I'll just show you what is sigma mat. Sigma mat is equal to 1 by C lambda into d by d square, lambda square of n, n1 or n whatever, into L into sigma lambda. So this is your spectral width, this is your length, this is your C velocity of light, and remaining all terms we will see. So what I have done here, you can see I have used the formula as it is. Again this and L as it is I have taken. Remaining is lambda by C d by d lambda square of n1. What is it? Lambda by C d by d lambda square of n1 is nothing but m. So instead of that I have substituted it as m. So this is given to you 20. L is given as 1 kilometer and m is just now we have calculated 98.03 picoseconds. Okay, this. So if you calculate this, you will get something this much. Okay, 1.96 into 10 raised to minus 9 I will get. So again this is kilometers, so 1.96 nanoseconds per kilometer. So you will be getting sigma mat as, that is the RMS value of the pulse broadening, kitna amount of dispersion hua hai, that is 1.96 nanoseconds per kilometer. You can see there is one graph which shows the variation of material dispersion parameter, that is M or DMAT. It is with wavelength. So you can observe wavelength jitna zyada hoga, the horizontal axis indicates your wavelength. So jitna aap higher wavelength pe work karoge, you know, the amount, if you use the higher amount of wavelength, if you work with the higher wavelengths, then your dispersion parameter will tend to decrease. So preferably work on the higher wavelengths. So it is observed that the material dispersion tends to zero in longer wavelength region, as I said. So for operation at longer wavelengths, specifically if you say it is 1.3 micrometer, the material dispersion may be minimized. So this is to be very specific. ये किसके लिए है? This is for an optical source, not LED. It is for injection laser. So if you use the laser at this particular wavelength, 1.3 micrometer, for this much longer wavelength, the dispersion can be minimized. There is one more problem. Estimate the RMS pulse broadening. Again, I have to find sigma per kilometer for the fiber. Just जो भी previous example हमने किया है, it is the same. That means the parameters are almost same. You can see wavelength given is 0.85 micrometer. Okay. When the optical source used is injection laser. That's what I said. We will have a comparative study. Earlier, we have used LED as an optical source. In this problem, injection laser is being used as an optical source. And spectral width is given here. It is sigma lambda divided by lambda, which is of 0.012. Okay, directly sigma lambda is not given. Instead of that, sigma lambda divided by lambda is given to you. And the wavelength is 0.85 micrometer. Now, the given list, we will list what is a sigma lambda by lambda. It is given as 0.012. So what will be sigma lambda is equal to the pulse spectral width. So we want spectral width, because when we go for pulse broadening value, we require spectral width. You can see the formula sigma lambda L into M. I want this. For that, whatever value is given to you, multiply that with the lambda term. Lambda is 0.85 micro. So you will get this as 1.02 nanometer. And using this formula, sigma lambda, that is a spectral width into L into M, will give you the RMS pulse broadening amount of dispersion. So sigma M is spectral width is just now we have got 1.02, and I have not used a nano because at the end answer will be in nano. That's why I can retain as it is. Then it is L. L is, we need to find the RMS pulse broadening per kilometer. So that's why I will take 1, because again I can have a kilometer term here. And M. In the given question, it is not, in the given problem, it is not given as M here, but they have asked to refer the previous problem. So M value we have calculated in the previous problem. M is 98.03 picoseconds. Using that 98.03 or 1 whatever into 10 raised to pico minus 12. So if you calculate, you will get 0.10 nanoseconds per kilometer. So just have a comparative study. When we used LED in the previous problem, what RMS pulse broadening we got? 1.96. Okay, something, if you just shift the decimal value, around 19.6. Okay, again the tens values will change here. Okay, I'm just giving you a number, 19.6, around 19.6, that is approximately 20. Here if you shift the value, it is 1.0. Okay, you just shift one term and take in terms of nano, you can take tens to other powers. If you shift, jitna aapko shift mein लगेगा tens power, utna आप arrange कर लो. Just to have a comparative study. एक value आपका 19.6 है for LED, that is approximately equal to 10, and the other value for laser, it is 1. So dispersion कहाँ कम है? So for this particular laser, if you use laser, the pulse broadening is reduced by a factor of 20. See, 20 and 1. So 20 times you can minimize it. अगर LED use करोगे तो factor 20 है. If you use laser, this factor can be 20 times minimized. So laser can be a good option. Now coming to the second type of intramodal dispersion or the chromatic dispersion, that is a waveguide dispersion. In the material dispersion, we have seen it is nothing but in a single mode. When a light wave passes through an optical fiber, if this is your optical fiber, when it passes through an optical fiber, a light, okay, this light has got many components. I had given an example of prism. When the light falls on it, 7 different colors comes, though those are of having different frequencies and different wavelengths. So similarly, uh, this light wave will be having different spectral components, and each component will be having a fixed frequency or wavelength. Because of this, whenever the dispersion occurs in between these different spectral components, because हर एक मोड जो भी spectral component है which is having a separate velocity, they will not reach all together at the same time. There has to be certain delay that we call group delay. Because of that, the dispersion that occurs is called material dispersion. Then coming to the waveguide dispersion. This particular dispersion occurs due to the waveguide properties, because optical fiber is what? It is nothing but a waveguide itself, circular waveguide, you can see. So because of the waveguide properties, for different wavelengths, this particular dispersion occurs. So due to different waveguiding properties for different wavelengths, whatever the dispersion occurs, we call it waveguide dispersion. So this is due to the physical structure of the fiber, of course. To analyze the waveguide dispersion, we assume, because when we saw material dispersion, the very important parameter was your refractive index. You can see most of the, we have followed 3 steps in order to find the amount of dispersion. Here you observe group delay, variation, and pulse spread. You can see here this n was a very important parameter. What is n? N is your refractive index of the cable, and this n is very important. This is dependent on the lambda. Using this, we went for differentiation. When we differentiated this with respect to n, we have taken refractive index is also dependent upon the lambda. So this was the concept used in case of material dispersion. Refractive index was an important parameter, which is a wavelength dependent parameter. But coming to waveguide dispersion, here we will neglect this term. That is, जो भी material dispersion में हमने consider किया था, that refractive index of a material, it is dependent on lambda, we will neglect that here. That is, we will assume that okay, this is not having much effect on the depending upon the wavelength. So what is one more term? In case of group velocity and group delay, we have seen that beta is one more important term. What is beta? Beta is the propagation constant. If this is your optical fiber, a wave comes from the say LED or a laser optical source, it will come and it will enter. So this beta value for air, because propagation constant when the light moves in the air, because here air is the medium, this we take it as a k. K is 2 pi by lambda. However, when it enters the optical fiber, we consider as beta, and beta is somewhat different. Okay, including this 2 pi by lambda into some term, we have some other value when a wave enters the optical fiber. So we will be neglecting this refractive index dependence on the wavelength in case of waveguide dispersion. So what is the major reason behind this waveguide dispersion? This occurs because of the variation in the group velocity with wavelength for a particular mode. So the amount of waveguide dispersion, it depends upon the fiber design. Obviously physical structure पे depend करता है waveguide dispersion. So this is dependent upon the fiber design, because the propagation constant beta, just now as I explained, beta we generally take it as 2 pi by lambda, right? So beta is a dependent term on lambda. So instead of taking refractive index as a dependent term on lambda, we will take propagation constant as a dependent term, as a function of lambda here. Okay, that is the difference. In material dispersion, Ri is a function of lambda we have considered. Here, neglecting that, we will consider in the waveguide dispersion, beta is a function of lambda. This is important. Now, the other factor that causes pulse broadening in case of waveguide dispersion is intermodal delay, which is a result of each mode having a different value of group velocity at single frequency. That's what I said. Even in case of, generally how we define dispersion, different components in a mode, they will be having different frequencies and different group velocities, because of which they don't reach the output side at the same time. There has to be certain delay. So this occurs majorly due to the intermodal delay. Again, there is a delay. All will not come at once. There will be a delay causing the dispersion. So there is a just like how we did in material dispersion, here also we have a derivation, but probably this is not required. It is not there for your syllabus. So I was just thinking to give you a qualitative analysis, not the complete derivation. Okay. So considering the ray theory approach, we have already seen what is a ray theory: Snell's law, reflection, refraction, then total internal reflection, then what are acceptance angle, numerical aperture. We have seen these basics. Okay, so considering the ray theory approach, the variation in the group velocity with lambda, it is equivalent to variation of the angle between the ray and the fiber axis with the lambda. This leads to the variation in the transmission times. So instead of taking what the refractive index as a function of lambda, we will be considering beta, propagation constant, as a function of lambda here. So what is this beta? It is a phase constant, right? In turn, when we take gamma, gamma is what? Alpha plus j beta. So beta is what? A phase constant. So beta gives you the angular positions, okay, not the linear, angular. So that's why it is equivalent to what? Variation of angle between the ray and the fiber axis. In the sense, if this is your optical fiber, if a light gets incident, something like this, some refraction occurs, after that total internal reflection. So ये आपका fiber axis है. If there is a certain difference in this angle, because ये जो ray है, this light, it has got different spectral components. So whenever they enter here, okay, inside the fiber, they will be having different frequencies. So they will enter and disperse in the optical fiber. They propagate at different frequencies and different wavelengths, and each will be having a different angle. Because of this variation of angle between the ray and the fiber axis with lambda, this will lead to what? जैसे angle different है, so हर उसका path अलग रहेगा. I'll just show you how it is clearly. If this is your optical fiber, let me take only two rays and show you. This is your core, this is your cladding. Now taking one ray, this is your ray, this is your fiber axis. Assume that it undergoes a refraction and it will hit here, and the condition is met, that is phi c, critical angle. So whatever the angle of incidence, it should be greater than the critical angle. Whatever the condition for total internal reflection is met, so total internal reflection is occurring. So this is the angle of incidence. Okay. Now coming to one more ray. Let me take the other ray is what? A different spectral component. It will have a different angle somewhere here. Okay. This is the angle this time. Then This is the total internal reflection. So you can see the ray which is having a lesser angle, okay, this path is different. This will reach the output first, and yellow color ray, you can see the angle is different. This will reach next. So I have given you the example of only two rays. Likewise, many spectral components will be there. So each will be having, their angle. The angle is varying with respect to the ray and the fiber axis. So this will lead to what? Arrival times, the transmission times हैं हर एक individual ray which frequency component it has, each will have its own time to reach. So because of this difference, the waveguide dispersion occurs. Hope you understood this concept. यहाँ पर हम angular term लेंगे, the angle variation is important in case of waveguide dispersion. As I said, in the material dispersion, we have followed 3 steps to calculate the pulse broadening, amount of dispersion. We found group delay, then we differentiated with respect to lambda, and then finally we multiplied with spectral width. ये 3 steps हमने follow किए हैं. Here also, to find the amount of dispersion, that is RMS pulse broadening value, here also we can go for the 3 steps, but that is not required for you. It is not there. So simply I'll give you the overview, qualitative analysis. This is your group delay, tau g. We have already seen this also in material dispersion. We started with this only. Tau g by L is equal to 1 by Vg. Vg is your group velocity, or 1 divided by d omega by d beta. Take this to the numerator, it is d beta by d omega. And this we can represent beta as 2 pi by lambda. Right, k is equal to k and beta. We have already seen this derivation. If we rearrange, we will get 1 by c d beta by dk. Let me show you that slide quickly so that you will recall. Here, tau g by L is equal to Vg. We have taken k is 2 pi by lambda. Taking that for the group velocity, tau g we got it as L by C d beta by dk, and L I have taken it to the denominator. Okay, tau g by L is equal to this. We have already seen this in the material dispersion concept. Taking that as a reference, the group delay I have written tau g is equal to 1 by C d beta by dk. So further the calculation is not required. This we have already seen. And similar to material dispersion, we can go for the calculation of pulse broadening. It founds to be the amount of dispersion, that is, in earlier case it was sigma mat. Okay, here it is sigma wg. Wg is a waveguide dispersion, which is equal to dwg. In earlier material dispersion, it was d mat multiplied by length multiplied by spectral width. It is similar. Okay, first step we got group delay. Group delay I have calculated here, but no need. Anyhow, the slide will be there with you. If you want, you can go through it. No issues. So we will be getting some value. Here important is we the refractive index dependence we neglect. We consider beta dependence on lambda. Okay. So finally, just like the material dispersion, the amount of dispersion is dwg, not d mat. It is dwg into L into sigma lambda. Okay, so for multimode fibers, the waveguide dispersion is very small. So we have initially when we discussed about the dispersion, we have seen multimode, step index, graded index, and single mode. 3 figures we have analyzed, comparative study. So it is found that for multimode, it may be step or it may be graded, waveguide dispersion is small compared to the material dispersion. But for single mode fibers, the fiber exhibits the dispersion when, this is important condition for waveguide dispersion, d by d lambda square of beta is not equal to 0. Just try to recall in material dispersion, what was the condition? There are 2 reasons why the material dispersion occurs. I had listed. The one is this occurs due to the phase velocity of the plane wave which is propagating in dielectric medium. It varies. Agar phase or velocity vary hoga, that is again related to beta. which is non-linearly with the wavelength, and second order differential equation, second order differentiation of refractive index with respect to the wavelength is not zero. See, it is d by d lambda square of n. Refractive index is the term here, which is not equal to zero. This was the condition for material dispersion. But coming to waveguide dispersion, it has little bit changed. What is the change? You just now you have seen the change is d by d lambda square of, this time here it is beta. Earlier it was a refractive index, this time it is beta, propagation constant. Now coming to the second type of dispersion. In the first intramodal dispersion, we have seen both material and waveguide. Here intramodal, we will just have a look what it is. This type of dispersion is also called modal. Simply, it is instead of telling intermodal, simply we call it as modal, in the sense between two different modes. Intra means within a mode between different components, but intermodal means different two in between two different modes. That is, we call it intermodal dispersion. It takes place in case of multi-mode fiber cables. See, it is very specific because obviously single mode mein kya hoga? There is only one mode. There is no possibility of intermodal dispersion in case of single mode fiber. So obviously in multi-mode, either it may be step or graded index. So this there is a chance of intermodal dispersion. The different modes which are traveling with a different group velocity concept is same, because modes represent the field distribution, and as I have told you, the lower order modes exhibit more power than the higher order modes. So जब भी ये modes travel करेंगे, with their own speed they travel, and their path जो वो travel करेंगे वो different होगा. Okay, थोड़े जो modes हैं, they may have shorter paths so that they can reach. वो total internal reflection पे depend करेगा, something like this or something like this. It depends. Because of this, they have different velocities, different group velocities inside the fiber. So in this, what will happen? Some modes they travel at higher speed, and some they will travel at the lower speed. So there is a difference in their speeds. So because of this, what will happen? There is a propagation delay difference. I will tell you what is a propagation delay difference, to be very specific technically, okay, in the next concept. So what is this propagation delay difference? We have a formula for it, then you will understand what is it. So this results in propagation delay differences between the modes. So all the modes, they will not reach the output at the same time. So different group velocities they have, right? Some travel at higher speed, some travel at lower speed, because of which there is a propagation delay difference, because of which all will not reach the output at the same time. So because of this, what will happen? This gives a spreading of the output pulse. Sabhi at once nahi aayenge. They will take their own time. There will be a delay. Again, we call it a group delay. Because of this delay term, that is, to be very specific, propagation delay differences, the spreading of the output pulse occurs. And again, for this explanation of intermodal dispersion, we can refer the previous figure. What is that? We compared three different optical fibers in the previous session. You can just recall, while discussing the concept of dispersion, we have already seen the comparative study of, you can see, multi-mode step index, graded index, and single mode. We have the refractive index profiles also, and we have seen pulse broadening multi-mode में, that is step index में ज़्यादा है, graded index it is somewhat less, but in case of single mode it is no pulse broadening at all. So the same explanation we can use while explaining the intermodal dispersion. Okay. So if you want, just as a short note, you can include whatever points we have discussed there. The same points you can include here also. Now, the multimode step index fibers, they exhibit larger amount of intermodal dispersion. We have seen multimode step index में ज़्यादा रहेगा, and the bandwidth length product we have seen that इसका less है. कि इंफॉर्मेशन कैपेबिलिटी, बेरिंग कैपेबिलिटी लेस हो जाएगा कंपैरेटिव स्टडी के लिए, which gives the greatest pulse broadening. We have seen, refer the previous section. Then how we can reduce this in case of multimode step index? By using the optimum refractive index profile. We have seen different profiles, right? Try to recall when we studied, when we discussed the multimode step index and graded index fibers. We had a different shape refractive index profiles, that is alpha values. Alpha is equal to 1, 10, infinity. Try to remember. So by choosing optimum this profile value, we can go for near parabolic profile, that is graded index fibers. We can reduce this dispersion. Hence, graded index fibers with the multimode, they gives a tremendous advantage of the bandwidth compared to step index. Graded index will prove to be more advantageous. Okay, and single mode fibers, there is no dispersion at all, and there is no pulse broadening. We have already compared this, right? So this is about the intermodal dispersion. Whatever we have discussed, those three figures, please include that here also. No issues. You can draw, you can have a comparative values of bandwidth length product and explain about this. So that you can include here also. The next concept is multimode